start with your reaction to the way the team has started the year.
Yeah, I never anticipated that, and I think this is a challenge for us. Obviously, facing adversity here right away, and I know the coaches and the players are working hard to find a way to get out of here.
You still have faith that this group can turn it around? There's still time, Patrik?
I do think so. I mean, the way they're working every day and trying to find solutions and trying to find ways to start winning hockey games. I do think that we have a lot of good players on this team.
You put a lot of faith into this core. Really, the core hasn't been touched, hasn't been changed. Do you still have faith in this core, or is it time to shake things up?
I definitely have faith in this core. I think we have a lot of young and good players here. I believe we're the 6th youngest team in the league on the opening night roster. So I definitely think this young group has still a lot of things to learn, and part of it being facing adversity here and how they come out of it. But I definitely have faith in this young core.
A big thing that Jim wanted to see, Patrik, was better structure, especially better defending, better zone exits. How much do you think that has contributed to where you guys are today? A lack of that?
Definitely part of it. I think good teams definitely in this league right now have they're playing with a structure, they're playing with a system, and they feel comfortable about it. I think that's something that we notified ourselves last year, and we want to continue to build on that and work on that in order to be better. And I know our coaching staff are emphasized on it, and they're looking into it every day, and want to improve in that.
How long can you afford to be patient, Patrik, when you get maybe to even the 10-game meter? It seems that the league has changed a lot. It used to be that 20-game mark at the U.S. Thanksgiving, reset, look where you are. But there's so much parity in the league now. Can you afford to wait too long in terms of even making a roster move to do something?
Well, one thing that we, always do is trying to improve our team and looking at all the options and see what's available, and if there's a fit with cap and assets too. The reality is that we need to start winning hockey games here.
Are you like many that sort of trying to figure out, like, you've been in every game, third periods have just been your undoing for whatever reason? Like, do you have an explanation, or are you surprised that the team hasn't been able to sort of put 60 minutes together?
I would say surprised. Yeah, I guess that's surprising that we actually have played part of the games really well and showed habits and details of a winning and good team. But somehow there is those individually breakdowns that cost us at this point goals, and especially third periods. The road trip was tough, but being up in every game in the road trip and then end up losing, obviously losing a little bit of momentum there.
Patrik, we've spoken at length in regards to the fact that moving players, moving contracts isn't the easiest. You've talked about the summer that you guys had. Bruce really looks like a miracle worker with what he did last year with this roster. Now he's in a really tough spot. How do you look at what he's dealing with, and how do you look at the team that he has right now?
Well, since I got in here last season in January, I think we were so far behind when Bruce came in here, and I think he had a tremendous start there, and I think he went 10-0 or 9-1, and I think the team started to take us light. Credit to him and the players. They find a way to enjoy being at the rink. They find a way to win games. But if you look at it, how we played, we had a tremendous goaltender. I think Tachidemko was the best in the league from December to the end. Our special teams was really good too. The 5-on-5 needed to be better in order to be a top team in the league. So in that regard, it was something we wanted to address going into the season. And part of that was finding more structure and structure, accountability, and finding systems in place there. So I think we're a talented team, but we need to get this team and this group to play together as a group and a team.
Do you think a coaching change would make a difference with the roster and with the injuries that you have right now?
I think every good team is facing adversity, and it's just if you want to be a good team in this league, you got to have the next man up mentality. And I think the players that have been coming up here have shown that they're capable of playing games. I don't think that's been an issue. I think we need to have our kind of the top players to buy in and be the top players every single day you walk in here to the rink, and I think that's a difference right now.
Patrik, injuries have become part of the storyline here early. What, if anything, can you tell us about the extent of particularly Quinn and Brock?
My understanding through the doctor's reports are that both are day-to-day and expected to be back here, I don't believe that they're back tomorrow, but anytime soon. They shouldn't be out that long.
And Lazar, sort of, where did that go?
Lazar is, I believe he's more 3 to 4 weeks. He got injured in one of the early games, but been playing through it. And at this point, the doctor's advice was to have him to sit out, unfortunately.
Is it safe to assume that the kind of game that Curtis has to play probably maybe led to his injury too?
Absolutely, I think.
Body?
Yeah, absolutely. I've been very pleased with Curtis, the character. You could tell that he's been, in an organization that have a higher standard and how he conduct himself on and off the ice every day.
If these struggles continue, would you be open to the idea of a rebuild, or do you still think it's a quicker fix to get this team back on track in the bigger picture?
Well, it's interesting, the rebuild word. I've been part of a rebuild. I came in late in a previous organization, and we were able to rebuild and win 3 cups. I still think that we're building something here every day. We're not done. I think that was something that we want to accomplish this summer too. Changing the culture, raising the bar, having higher standards, and bringing in younger players, character players, and making sure we're always looking at options here.
Do you feel responsible partly for this, Patrik?
Absolutely. I'm the general manager here, so I'm as responsible as the coaching staff and the players, and we're all working together. I see the hard work the coaching staff putting in every day, and my job is to always look at the options to get better and support our coaching staff.
Does Bruce have your full support?
Yeah, the coaching staff from day one, we have good communication and we're working together, and we're going to find a way to get out of this.
Do you think any of the team's problem is, other than their execution, which they have a lot of problem with that, but just the structure, this idea that they're trying to go from playing, say, System A, now they're trying to play System B. Maybe they were better at System A.
I don't know if Bruce has really changed much of his system. I think it's more about teaching, communication, and having everybody on the same page. I think that's where you see good teams, regardless who you have in the lineup. Everybody knows where the puck's going to go and how you support the puck carrier in all areas of the game. So I don't see Bruce changing his system much.
What has surprised you with this start? Because we talked about slow starts plaguing this team. It's happened again. I know there's injuries. Everyone has injuries. But what surprised you? What concerns you?
Well, I think Jim touched on it here the other day. Training camp, how you prepare yourself, and being ready for the tough road trip. I think we could have done a better job getting the momentum going into the start of the season. I think that's something, good teams are dialed in and they're prepared from day one. I think we're something we need, again, to be understanding of how hard this league is and the parity of the league. And, every day you're facing, a different team that plays a different style of game, and you got to be ready for it.
What is ownership's level of patience with this hockey team and the way that it's performing?
I feel we have a tremendous support from the ownership here. I've only known them for a couple of months, but I've been impressed how dedicated they are, what they want to emphasize on, and what it means for this city here. And they're very clear of, being supportive to myself and Jim here, and the players and the coaching staff.
Saturday, Jim said that this might be heading towards a rebuild with this team. How much longer can you go here as a winless team before you can go in that direction?
Well, as I said, I think we always try to rebuild the roster and always want to get better. I mean, to be honest, when you're winning, when you're able to win a cup, you're always looking to get better. There's never a downtime. You're always looking to different options to get better. And as I said, I was part of a rebuild process that, we were able to accomplish winning cups, but when you're looking back, you want to win more cups. And that's how the game is.
How much easier was it in Pittsburgh once you did the rebuild, Patrik, to do what a lot of teams try to do today, the good teams, retool on the fly when you have your best players being your best players? Is it much easier to retool on the fly?
Well, I think you could see, some of the previous winning teams here with, Colorado and Tampa that has been in the same, rebuilding mode for years, and they're still building. They're good teams, and as I said, we're believe the sixth youngest team starting up the season. So we obviously have a lot of work to do with our younger players and prepare them for this league and what it takes to be a good team and what it takes to be good after the 82 games.
I'm sure you feel the temperature in this market, right? It's a passionate Canadian hockey market. What's your one message to these fans, especially after what you saw with jerseys being thrown on the ice? The way that people are so passionate about this, what's your message to the fan base right now?
Well, I've been amazed and impressed with the fans here. I mean, the passion level they show and the support here. Even in last year when we were out of it, and they just continue to support the team. I've been amazed and very fortunate to be in a Canadian market like this, and I'm as frustrated as they are not winning hockey games, but we're in this, and I guarantee you that every single player and staff member here wants to turn this around.
Do these early struggles affect how you view the decision on Bo and his long-term future?
Not really. I haven't talked to Bo's agent here in a couple of weeks, but Bo is a captain here, and he's a big part of this group, and he's a big part of this solutions of how we're going to find ways to win games again. I think Bo has had some really good games and some games that he probably wish we played a little bit better.
Okay, so go full circle. The coach isn't going to be fired anytime soon. He's got your full support.
Well, definitely, as I said, we're working very tight together here. We're working close. We're trying to find solutions. You know what? In the end of the day, we're going to start winning hockey games. That's the bottom line.
Did Bruce tell you about his 1-7-2 Ducks that won the division that year? So maybe a slow start isn't the...
I believe he told the players about that as well, and that's a good thing with Bruce. I mean, he's upbeat. He's been a very experienced guy. I think all of us wish he will get his 600 win here pretty soon.